Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll analyze how objects are stored in memory. You all know a bit about it earlier as you already have created objects from classes. But today we will see in detail how objects are stored in memory in contrast to the variable storage. We all know that variables and objects, they basically contain data, but we will see today that how the storage of variables and objects it differs. So I'll start with variables. Variables of most data type, they require more than 1 byte of storage and they are stored in memory. And an entire chunk of memory basically is allocated to a variable, and that chunk of memory is called a memory location. Every memory location has an address, and you can consider RAM as a continuous location of memory addresses that contain data. For example, if you have created a variable, let's say variable 1, it may be given 3 bytes of memory, and the address of this variable 1 is byte number 0, as it is the starting byte where this variable is assigned memory. So variable 1, let's assume that variable 1 is of type int and it contains 10, so 10 will be stored in this memory location. Variable 2, it is again a primitive variable. It is assigned, let's say, 2 bytes of memory, and its starting address is 3. So the address of variable 2 is 3, and whatever is the content of variable 2, it will be stored in this gray memory location. Variable 3, if given 1 byte, its address is 5, and whatever is the value of variable 3, it will be stored here. So from these examples, we can see that when you are creating variables, a primitive variable, that is the variables of type int, char, double, boolean, they are given memory locations. They may be more than 1 byte of memory location or 1 byte location. This address of the variable is the starting byte where the location has started, and the value of the variable, it is present in the memory location, right? So इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर मैंने इंटीजर बनाया है, मैंने डबल बनाया है, लेट्स आई हैव क्रिएटेड डबल, लेट्स से फ्लोट वैल्यू, लेट्स से एक्स, और उसके अंदर मैंने 10.5 इंसर्ट किया है, तो 10.5 मेरे पास यहाँ पर आकर स्टोर हो जाएगा, और ये वैल्यू मेमोरी टेबल के अंदर उस वेरिएबल को दे दी गई है जो कि डबल टाइप का आपने क्रिएट किया, राइट? द वेरिएबल नेम इज नॉट स्टोर्ड एनीवेयर, द वैल्यू इज स्टोर्ड इन द मेमोरी, राइट? So in contrast to the variable storage, when we are creating objects, so there is a different way of storage of objects in the memory. ये difference इसलिए भी है because we know कि objects, they are not a single entity. For example, you are creating an object of, let's say, rectangle class, and rectangle has two data members, length and width. Now the object of rectangle class, it has two variables to be stored, the length value and the width value. So the storage of objects in memory is different from that of a variable, because variable is a single entity and it can be stored directly. So let's see how references or the objects, they are stored in memory. Each variable is implemented as a location in computer memory, as I just told you. When the variable is a primitive type, the value of the variable is stored in the memory location assigned to the variable. Okay, this discussion has been done previously, that whenever a variable is assigned a memory, a primitive variable, the value of the variable is present in the memory. Right? Now, what about references? When the variable is a class type, it means I am talking about the object. Only the memory address or the reference where the object is located is stored in the memory location assigned to the variable. Slide, I want to show you the demonstration here, the example first, right? Let's assume that I have a class named toy class. It has two data members, name and number, the toy name and the number, right? Now, let's say that I am creating a variable, an object of toy class sample variable. It's the name for the object, right? When I create this object is given a memory, right? When I create this object is given a memory. And what does this memory contain? It will contain the address where the original object that will contain name and number, it will be created. For example, now I initiate this sample variable is equal to new toy class, and I assign these two values to the data member using the argument constructor, right? So now what will happen? The object name is given a memory location. That memory location contains the address, not the object itself. It contains the address where the object is created in the memory, and at this address this object has been created, right? So we can see that object creation is a two-step process. Not like the variable. When a variable is created, let's say you are creating integer x, so x will be given a space and here the value of the x will be stored. But object creation is a two-step process. The name of the object is given a memory location. That memory location contains the address where the object itself is present, and at this memory location the whole object will be created. If your class has two data members will be given space. If your class has three data members will be given space. This will be the starting address of your object, right? So we can say that the objects, they are created in memory using a two-step process where the object name is given a memory location. That memory location contains the address or the pointer where the object is present, and at that location the whole object is created, right? So let's see. Okay, so let's look into another example. Let's say that I have a object variable 1 of type toy class with this data Joe and 42. So how it is created in memory? First of all, the reference is, the object name is created. Let's say it is given an address 4068. So at 4068 the object variable 1 will be generated with two data members, name and number, and the value for name and number will be stored, right? Now let's say I create another object variable 2 of toy class. This again is given a memory. Variable 2 will contain the address where the object will be generated. Since no object is yet created, it is only declared, so it contains null, right? Now if I write this statement variable 2 is equal to variable 1, what happens? You must now understand that the variable, that the object name, it contained the address. So when you write this statement, this is a copy statement, one-to-one copy statement, so the addresses will get copied. Okay, an important point here is that this is a copy statement, and what the object variable 1 contains, it contains the address. So variable 2 will also contain the address. It's a copy command. So both will now point to the same object. So when you basically equate two objects, the addresses are copied and they both start pointing to the same object. This phenomenon is known as aliasing, where we have two pointers and they both are pointing to the same object. Two different objects are not generated. Two pointers that are pointing to same object, they are generated. What is the effect of this kind of assignment? The effect is that now if I call a function on the second object that basically sets the value inside the object, this set function will operate on this address space as variable 2 contain 4068, and this object will be updated. Now this object is updated also for the first object, that is variable 1. So it is updated for both objects. So when you use the assignment operator, as the both objects, they were pointing to the same location, the changes by one, they can be seen by the other. So two references that contain the same reference and therefore the same, they basically refer to the same object. The assignment operator sets the reference of one class type equal to another. Any change to the object name by one of those variables will produce a change to the object name by the other variable, since they are the same object. So this object, this pointer was pointing to the same object, it also pointed to the same object, so changes by this object will be reflected in variable 1 object. So this concludes our discussion on object storage. So the summary is that object creation in memory is different from variable creation. When you are creating variables, basically the variable is given a memory, and in that memory location the variable value is stored. But when you are creating an object, it is a two-step process where the object name is given a memory. The object name contains the address, and at that address the object itself is created. The object memory contains the data members for the object. If you have two data members, memory will be given to two data members. If you have three data members, memory will be given to three data members. Thank you, students. This concludes our lecture.